Hey everybody, so I'm going to be showing you how I make my vegetable soup for the fall. Now I really wanted to do this video all the way back in 2017 fall when I was really using this soup to fast on, and I was really enjoying making the soup for my family. Real estate really got in the way at the time, so I didn't have time to actually do this. So today's September 30th, 2021, and you could definitely swap this out for just vegetable. I'm going to include some chicken just to get some more like iron, collagen, and protein. Because I really don't eat enough. I know everyone's different and everything, like wanted to give that option for those that are vegan too. Welcome back to my kitchen. I know it's been so long. Now that the house is kind of more empty, there's less people walking around, so it's easier for me to kind of crank out the camera and film. I know in the last video I talked so much, so this one hopefully I don't talk as much and I'm just gonna get down to like, okay, let me know what you want me to make in the next video, whether it's a dessert or like some kind of food. I'm thinking of doing like a European series where I'll do like each country, like a dish dedicated to like, and maybe others too, so that'll be really fun. To me, cooking is very sensual and very relaxing and enjoyable, but it's hard to do it in the presence of others in the kitchen. I just can't stand when people talk to me while I'm cooking, asking me questions about what I'm cooking. It's just so stressful. Something that's so creative that I'm doing by myself and putting so much energy into, but then having other people that I don't necessarily always trust coming in and talking and distracting me from what I'm making. And that it's very like intimately crafted and sensual and like being one with the food and being one, you know, with being one with the food and being one with the process of stirring it together and mixing the flavors. It's very creative for me. It's not necessarily like to be done on a time limit kind of thing. So yeah. So first off, what you want to do is get a pot and put it on medium high heat. Add some olive oil right away. I would say about 2 tablespoons or more. Go crazy on the olive oil because fats are good, like healthy fats are really good for you. Make sure the olive oil is extra virgin or cold pressed, and I would recommend getting Greek olive oil because it just tastes the best. But you'd have to go to a specialty store to get that, and I clearly don't have that right now, but one day I'm going to get that because the flavors are so rich. So yeah, just make sure that you get the right kind of olive oil because it's very important. Next, you're gonna go and stir in some freshly chopped garlic. I like to chop this up instead of using the pre-minced one because the flavors are just so raw and rich. And yeah, you're gonna mix that into the olive oil and let it kind of simmer. Turn it down, okay, to like a 4 because you don't want it to burn the garlic. It's just not good. And then also chop up half of an onion. You can also do the whole onion, but it's up to you. So go ahead and chop up the whole onions. Next, quickly chop, or if you've already pre-prepared this, go and chop 2 stalks of celery. And these celery stalks, you can chop them, you can chop them really thin, or you could thick cut them. It's up to you. I like to have more of a thick cut because then it's more filling because the soup is kind of like thin. So you want like that thick pieces of vegetables. So at this point, add some carrot. I would say 1 carrot. You could go 2, but if you go more than 2, it's gonna get sweet. So, and we want to keep the sugar as low as possible. At this point, you can add a red bell pepper, or you could add broccoli, cauliflower. I love adding broccoli. It's just, oh my goodness, it's so aromatic. With the garlic, I love broccoli. I'm a fiend for broccoli. You could also go and throw in some green beans. I love green beans, and especially during this time of year in the fall. You could also freeze the green beans and then defrost them in the soup, just if you want to pre-prep it. It's up to you. Like, this soup is literally so rough. It's not like my other cherry pie recipe that had all these fancy ingredients. This is so basic. You could clean out your fridge with this. I also like to chop up an avocado, like slice an avocado into thin kind of long slices and mix it into the soup at the very end so you got that cold and the hot. But I don't have an avocado today. I have like literally nothing in my house today, like no groceries, so we need to go grocery shopping. After you've added whatever other vegetables you want, you go and put some bone broth in, or you go and put some vegetable broth, whatever you prefer and whatever your diet is. So also we're gonna add in some salt and pepper. I love to go crazy on the salt. You don't have to. I know it's not healthy and it bloats you and everything like that, but I love salt and it's so good for your thyroid. Now this is where it gets crazy. You do not have to add these spices. I'm gonna add oregano, garlic powder, a little touch of cumin. I know, you're gonna be like, ew. And paprika. And I'm weird because I love seafood so much because I'm a mermaid. I'm gonna add Old Bay and I'm gonna add some Cajun seasoning. I know you're like, what? I know it's really weird, and it just kicks up the flavor a little bit. And I'm gonna also add a little bit more olive oil, so we're gonna get that extra rich. I love the extra fats because the more fats you get, all the places that fat's supposed to be stays when you lose weight if you replenish the stores of the fat. So I'm gonna use that. Okay, so I add lots of salt because I just want to make sure that it's all covered. I want to make sure that the flavor profile is there. Next we're gonna add then we're gonna put this down to a simmer around 2, 3, 4 on the stove. Whatever you have on your stove. Mine is great at like 4 or 2. We're gonna cover it. You could also wait like 6 hours if you have the time, or if you have a crock pot and you want to put it all in and let it cook. If you've got raw bones though, I would suggest boiling the bones first, scraping up the scum at the top. That's what it says online, the scum. You have to keep on doing that. And then after about an hour and 10 minutes, the bones are not raw anymore after boiling them. You can put them right into the crock pot and simmer it on a high or a low for 6 hours. And your soup would be really rich after 6 hours, I'd say, because there's that bone flavor. For this soup, if you're adding bones like I am, you're gonna want to do like 4 hours minimum, I'd say, for the collagen to come out of the bones. Now, I have leftover bones from Swiss Chalet and I don't throw them out. I'll keep them for about a day because after a day or 2 they go bad. So I'm just recycling them, basically putting them in the soup and adding some more flavor. Now the bones will add flavor, but they're also going to add all these nutritional benefits. If you're going to do this and you're a bit of a health nut, you can go to a health food store and get a grass-fed chicken bone made specially for a soup, and they're kind of pricey, but honestly, like I do this. Some people like to get that brown texture by broiling or grilling the bones first, but you can't grill them too long or else that could be unhealthy with the lead. But anyway, you just do what you want to do. Now I'll add some freshly cracked pepper, a little touch more olive oil, and then we're done. So this is the end of the video. I hope you love this soup recipe and that you can try this out this fall or spring, wherever you are. I love cooking and it's really fun to make videos like this. I don't know, it's very interactive, it's very cute. I don't know, I enjoy it. So I really enjoyed making this video yet again. So many times. I wish I could have cooked more these past 2 years. Crazy things happening, as you guys know if you've been following my channel and stuff, but yeah, we're gonna definitely do more of these cooking videos.